first part of this section is finding the nth roots. And so here, like I said in the introduction, nth just meaning any root. A lot of times in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, we talk about square roots a lot. But in this section, we're talking about nth root. So just any type of root. It could be a third root, a fourth root, a fifth root, a 10th root. It could be any type of root, not just square. So we have two problems here. We have the square root of 81 and then the third root of negative 343. So let's start off with the square root of 81. We're all used to this. This is just a normal square root. So basically, if there's no number inside the radical right here, we just call those square roots. So you take the square root of 81. So what times itself will equal 81? Well, that's simple. That would just simply be 9. Now, one that gets a little more complicated is like number 2 over here. We're taking the third root of negative 343. So this time, we're not doing square roots like we're used to over here, like on number 1. We're taking third roots. Third root. So what number to the third power will be negative 343? Now, something we're not used to here, a lot of times when we see a negative underneath this this square root or this radical, we think it's not possible or it's an imaginary number. But because it's a third root, odd roots can have negative numbers inside of them and they can have negative answers. Unlike square roots that have to be positive when you take them, odd roots like a 3 can be negative. And actually, if you take this and put it into your calculator, you will get an answer, which would be negative 7. So negative 7 to the third power would be negative 343. So that's how you do different types of roots. A lot of times you can just put them in your calculator and they would work out, but that's how those work. So next, let's look at simplifying radical expressions.